This courtroom is about to deliver justice in one of the most tragic cases you'll ever witness. The defendant, Johnny Jacobo Rayon, stands accused of a fatal accident involving death, an incident that shocked the community. With immigration complications, prior alcohol-related charges, and a looming 15-year sentence, the stakes couldn't be higher. Stay with us as we break down every twist, every argument, and the judge's final, brutal decision.
Mr. Burbank, are you ready on the sentencing on Johnny Jacobo Ramon?
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. Would you, Ms. Burge, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that you will truthfully and accurately translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Good morning. Are you Johnny Jacobo Ramon?
Yes.
And Mr. Ramon, you were previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to the second-degree felony offense of accident involving death. And that was a plea agreement of a cap of 15 years in prison. I have received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Defense has. Yes, Judge.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No, you're not.
As the defense begins its plea, the strategy is clear. Paint this as a tragic accident rather than a crime. The attorney stresses that Rayon panicked, failed to stop, but insists it wasn't deliberate malice. He appeals for leniency, even probation, though immigration holds make that unlikely. This argument highlights a key legal issue, whether a moment of panic can excuse the life-ending consequences of intoxication behind the wheel.
Burbank, you may proceed.
Your Honor, this is a tragic accident. If you read the factual basis, which I know you did, person was walking across the street at nighttime, and cars swerved, and my client actually hit him. As reflected by the charge, he failed to stop. He panicked, as in reference to his version, that is on page 1, and then was stopped up in Lumberton. He's been employed. He has family up in Woodville. He's been employed. He's got one problem. He is not a U.S. citizen. I would be arguing for probation in this case, but it is my understanding that there is a hold on him by immigration, and that he probably will not, if he got probation, he wouldn't be released.
The defense leans heavily on Rayon's background, his years in the U.S., steady employment, and family ties. But then comes the sting. He's here illegally. This fact doesn't erase the tragedy, but it complicates the consequences. Even if probation were granted, deportation looms. Here, the defense's plea for mercy collides with the harsh realities of immigration law. It's a moment that reveals how deeply personal circumstances intertwine with legal outcomes.
Has 2 prior DWIs from Tyler County that were taken care of. At the same time, what you received, basically time served, 90 days jail. The intoxication charge that I believe is from Hardin County was when he was arrested, and that's been dismissed or rejected by the, and probably because we're down here, so I probably did it. Your Honor, I asked for not, there's a death involved, and I would love to have the minimum.
Now the defense pivots towards sentencing. Rather than asking for probation, they request something less than the 15-year maximum, calling it too harsh. The lawyer emphasizes poor visibility on the night of the accident, multiple cars blocking sight, and his client's eventual remorse. But this argument faces a glaring problem. Rayon was intoxicated and never stopped. The law is unforgiving in such cases. Intoxication plus failure to render aid escalates everything.
In reference to penitentiary time, but I'm asking for mid. I think that 15 is probably too harsh, and that's my opinion, especially in light of the facts and circumstances of this, in which the person was walking across the street at the time and being blocked by other vehicles, and other vehicles had to get out of the way. But he was definitely wrong in not stopping, and he was intoxicated. I would ask for anything less than the 15 because I know where he's going to go, and that's a sad thing, but he's not here legally, and I don't know if he would like to address the court.
Sí,
Yes, go ahead.
quiero decir que lo siento, que si lo hubiese visto, yo me hubiese detenido antes para poder auxiliarlo, pero
When Rayon speaks, emotion fills the room. He insists he never saw the victim, that other cars blocked his view, and if he could go back, he would help. These words may show regret, but regret isn't the same as responsibility. Courts often weigh remorse against actions, and here, his failure to stop speaks louder than his apologies. Do you believe his sorrow is genuine, or is it a last-minute attempt to soften the blow?
Hold on.
Judge, I'm so sorry. Had I seen him, I would have stopped and helped and rendered aid.
pero pues había un carro con
Hold on. Hold on. So are you telling me that you didn't know you hit someone?
¿Me está diciendo que usted no sabe que le pegó a alguien?
No, sí, sí.
I did know.
Okay.
Pero pues había un carro enfrente y yo no lo pude ver
There was a
antes.
vehicle in front and I wasn't able to see him on time.
Okay.
Pero pues quiero decir que lo siento.
I want to say that I'm sorry.
Que si pudiera volver el tiempo lo haría, pero
But if I could go back in time, I would go back and
soy
help.
el culpable.
And I know I'm guilty.
Okay. Thank you.
I just have one question up here. What were you doing for work?
¿Qué estaba haciendo de trabajo?
Estaba en el roofing
I was a ripper.
And how long have you been in the country?
¿Cuánto tiempo has estado aquí en los Estados Unidos?
14, 15 años.
14, 15 years.
And have you always had a job?
¿Siempre tenido un empleo?
Sí,
Yes.
And you do have a family?
¿Y si tiene una familia?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Smith?
Judge,
The prosecution comes in with fire. They reject the defense, tragic accident, narrative, and push for the maximum 15 years. Their evidence is damning. Rayon lied about hitting a deer, made phone calls showing he knew he struck a person, and has a history of alcohol abuse. Adding fuel to the fire, jail records show misconduct and blatant disrespect. To the state, this isn't just one accident, it's a pattern of recklessness.
I would argue for the max sentence in this case under the plea agreement, based on the fact that when he struck him, he knew that he struck him. That was evidenced by the phone calls the next day. He knew he hit a person. When he was stopped in Koontz, which is a long way from the accident scene, he told the police when they noticed the damage on his vehicle that he had struck a deer. They, either through dealing with him before or suspecting that he was lying and knew he was intoxicated, went all the way back to the county line looking for a deer that had just been struck. And only because they were diligent in doing so did we even know that he had committed this particular crime. He knew he committed the crime. He lied about it. He has an issue with alcohol. He's here in the country illegally. I would direct your attention to the jail report in this case and how he's acting, showing disrespect for staff as well as masturbating in open bunk. We ask for a 15-year sentence in this case.
Mr.
The tension escalates as the judge prepares to deliver the sentence. The courtroom has now heard both sides, a defense pleading for mercy and a prosecution demanding full punishment. At this moment, the weight of justice hangs in the balance. The question lingers, will the judge show compassion for a man who claims panic, or will they side with the prosecution's call for maximum accountability?
Mr. Jacobo Ramon, obviously the facts of the case are terrible. The fact that you didn't stop, the fact that you were intoxicated, and in addition, what no one, and I'm not even sure that when you were in our jail for some amount of time, there was a requirement that I release you because of the amount of time that had gone from the time of the offense while you were sitting in custody. I did that, and then you didn't show up. You are here illegally, and
The judge takes a firm stance. They remind Rayon of the devastating facts: intoxication, failure to stop, and even failing to appear in court after release. These aggravating factors overshadow his apologies. The judge's tone is stern, emphasizing the severity of taking a life and the irresponsibility that led here. In this moment, the balance tips decisively. Mercy fades as accountability takes center stage.
have now killed someone. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. And at this time, find you guilty of accident involving death. Sentence you.
Finally, the hammer drops, a 15-year prison sentence. For Rayon, this isn't just about time behind bars, it also means permanent consequences for his future. His illegal status and firearm restrictions seal his fate, ensuring he will carry this punishment long after prison doors close. This ruling sends a powerful message. Fleeing responsibility in a fatal accident, compounded by intoxication, leaves no room for leniency.
You to 15 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. It is in Spanish. I advise you to read that. If you are ever back in Texas legally, you will not be able to possess a firearm or ammunition. That could lead to more charges against you. All right. Thank you. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you, Mr. Burbank. Thank you, Ms. Burge.
And there it is, justice delivered. Johnny Jacobo Rayon receives 15 years for an accident involving death, a sentence that underscores the deadly mix of alcohol, panic, and deception. This case reveals the uncompromising stance courts take when lives are lost, especially when defendants fail to stop, lie, and disrespect the system. What do you think? Was 15 years fair, or should mercy have played a bigger role?